It's a big day. It's been about 3 months, but today is the day. 302 is coming home. It's probably worth touching on as well, guys, with machining when you're getting an engine done. It's something that you have to be really patient with, especially if you have an engine that needs a rebore or some serious work like this one has. Obviously it can take a long time. I like to use Remax because although they take their time, hey, look out, they take their time and you pay a little bit more, but as the old saying goes, you pay for what you get. And Remax are so precise with their measurements. I've never had an issue with their machining. By all means, hit me up for a quote for an engine, but just be aware that the machining side of it is not cheap and it does take time. Remax motors. The first thing you need to do before even thinking about putting an engine together, once it's been away at the machine shop, get it home, get it outside, we need to wash this thoroughly. So generally when you get it back, it'll have this anti-rust sort of coating crap on it, so we want to get that off with just a little bit of degreaser. Just give it a good soak everywhere, and then we're going to hit it with the pressure cleaner and just get all that crap off. I've got a bucket of hot water here, just some basic dishwashing detergent, liquid, whatever. Hot water is better, but I mean cold will work, it doesn't really matter. And here I've got a set of engine block cleaning brushes. So you've got the big one for your bores, a whole heap of smaller ones for all the oil galleries. You can get these in the actual galleries in the crankshaft, things like that. Some really big long ones, and we want to just basically go through absolutely everything, the crank, every little oil journal, same as the block, all the oil galleries, every journal. I'll take the main caps off and we'll absolutely scrub the living crap out of this thing with the brushes, and then we'll pressure clean it off. And one of the most important things to do, once you've pressure cleaned, you're going to get flash rust pretty much straight away. We don't want that on the bores. So it's very important to dry the engine off straight away. Now, some people use compressed air out of the compressor. I don't like that. Even with water traps, things like that, I don't like it. You're better off using something like a leaf blower, whether it be electric or two-stroke, whatever. I've got this sucker here. It's dry air, so you're not throwing water into your bores. So get that dry. Once that's dry, it is critical to work quickly here. Can't stress that enough. I like to go through with paper towel and some ATF and just scrub every bore clean. And you'll actually be surprised at how much muck is still in those bores, even after pressure cleaning, hitting them with the brushes, things like that. Because in the cross hatching is where all the crap gets stuck in there. So all the machined metal, it gets in those scratches, as you can see. And I'll show you more once we get to that stage. But anyway, I'm going to turn the tap on, finish degreasing that, get the pressure cleaner out, and let's get scrubbing. if you have a look here, this is why we are doing this. Have a look at the gunk that comes out of your oil galleries. All that fine garbage that's left over, carbonised oil, bits of metal from the machining process. If you look down in there at the lifter bores, you can see it all built up. All of that horrible, nasty, gross mess. If you leave this stuff in here on startup, all this stuff is going straight into your oil. It's going straight into your bearings. How long do you think your engine's going to last? Not too long. Alrighty, so what we're going to do now is clean out the bores. You've just seen me coat the whole thing in WD-40 outside, and that's just to stop any flash rusting, just while I'm packing things up, getting the block inside. It really doesn't take long, guys, like a couple of minutes you'll have brown surface rust on here, so a bit of WD goes a long way. Now, to clean the bores, paper towel. We don't want to use rags because rags produce lint, little bits of thread and things like that. So, bit of paper towel, a little bit of ATF. Don't need heaps. That's probably plenty. And we're just going to get in here, coat the bore, and we're going to scrub and scrub and scrub and scrub. And we'll probably go through 3 or 4 bits of paper towel each cylinder to get it clean. What we're looking for is the paper towel to come out white and red, just crystal clean. As you can see, look how dirty that is. So even with our brushing, detergent degreaser, pressure washer, you still get so much stuff in the cross hatching. So this is all remnants of metal and machine work, rust, just garbage like that. So just because you can't see it with your eye doesn't mean it's not there. You've got to be really thorough when you're cleaning your bores. And that's basically the end result. That's what we're looking for. So nice, clean, shiny, beautiful bores. You can see it. It's a really nice crosshatch there. Remax, they do beautiful work, not gonna lie. Now the block is clean and prepared. I'm going to go through every single bolt hole and run a thread chaser. Just make sure all the threads are spotlessly clean. So when we go to torque things like our head bolts and mains, we're getting the correct torque on the bolt. Some people will do this before cleaning the block out, which is fine. I don't like to do that because when you've got clean, raw threads, it's very easy to get flash rusting on them, which again is going to make the torque setting a little bit skew-if. So I like to do it now once everything's clean. Do it on an angle so any muck that's coming out of there is falling on the ground, not back into the engine. And remember, we're not cutting the threads, so there shouldn't be any metal. We're just chasing them, which is just cleaning the threads, just any muck, dirt, grime, crap like that. After we've done this, I'll go through and put all the Welsh plugs in. Obviously we've got our coolant Welsh plugs to go in the side of the block. We've got Welsh plugs to go in the front. There's 3 on this. This is an old block, so we don't have the threaded holes. Some people do that modification. I'm not going to worry about that on this. And then obviously we have the larger Welsh plug on the top and the 3 threaded plugs in the back of the block as well. Slowly working through the block. I just want to show you, this is why I do this. Just look at the crud that is built up. This is obviously the timing cover bolt holes on the front of the block. But look at that. And as you've seen, we've scrubbed this engine. We've hit it with the pressure cleaner. None of that matters. This has even been bathed at the machine shop. None of that matters. You will not get all of this shit out without doing this, guys. So take the extra time. It'll take you a good hour. You know, you might have to buy a set of Imperial or metric taps, whatever, chasers. Just do it, guys. Do it. Because if you go to put a bolt in here with all that crud in there, it's going to nip up. You're going to think you're at the right torque setting. Lo and behold, the bolt is going to actually be loose. It doesn't so much matter for the front timing cover, but think about that on a main bolt or a head bolt. If you've got a loose head bolt, you've got a point on your head gasket which isn't clamped down properly. Bang, there goes your head gasket. So take the time, guys, do things properly. So the block is all wrapped up, snug as a bug. It's a good idea to use plastic. You can get this shit from Bunnings, guys. Just these big long rolls. Otherwise, you know, a couple of sheets. Knock them off from the missus or your mum or whatever. Listen, guys, what she don't know won't hurt her. Just get the block covered. That's all I'm saying. Now, I have lightly oiled the bores, just a film of ATF. Haven't flooded anything. Just once again to stop that flash rusting. Now that we've done all that cleaning and stuff, we want to make sure they stay nice and clean. Another handy tip is to lay everything out nicely. So, you know, it's not just a big mess on the floor and, you know, just random rubbish and shit like that. It's quite satisfying when you're building an engine, watching things come off of the table, and eventually you'll be left with nothing on the table. It's a good feeling. It's also a handy tip, hydraulic lifters. Get them soaking while you're doing all this. Longer the better. Usually, you know, 24 hours or something like that. They should be all right. But I like to do it at the very start, and then I know in a few days' time when I come back, they're going to be primed up, full of oil, all the air will be out of them, they're going to be ready to go. Main caps are all WD-40'd. Again, stop them rusting. We'll come back tomorrow. We'll chuck our bearings in and start pre-assembling. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Cheers.